Let's give it up right now for Kel Mitchell! Woo!
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? What it do?
How are you?
Good to see y'all. Hey.
I have to ask you, right? It's so yeah. It's a little flexibility test. You'll notice I sit right on the edge the whole time for a reason.
I see.
That's why I'm always like, my posture's great right now. I have to ask you about what inspired you to make this video, because a lot of people here probably know you from your time on Nickelodeon and are maybe wondering, like, well, what got us here? And you're an author now, and you're doing so many things that are important to you spiritually. Let's talk about that.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all good? Well, yeah, that's my song, Bless Mode. It is the song that's a companion to the book I have called Bless Mode. So I have a book out called Bless Mode. It's a devotional book, gets you ready for your day. It's all about letting you know that you are beautifully and wonderfully made by God. It's a lot of people dealing with mental health right now, and I wanted to write a book that helps you understand to find the joy and the gratitude in everything and in every day. And so each day it has scripture, it has stories about my life, and I have a part in there called Go Get Those Blessings, where you apply what I just said in the book to your life. So I might have you forgive someone that day. I might have you do some burpees. You know what I mean? Because it's about physical, mental, and spiritual health. So yeah, it's all good.
You said burpees, and I was like, oh, I hate burpees. They're the worst. But you found spirituality for some very important personal reasons. Tell me how that came into your life, and really some very significant changes that you made as a result of where your life was headed.
Definitely. You know, a lot of different ups and downs in my life, right? And I think we all deal with that, just adulting, and then I adulted within, the limelight as well. But just dealing with a lot of different things that I got breakthroughs with depression, anxiety, all those different things. And the Lord was always with me. God was always with me. So I would be doing everyone a disservice if I didn't let them know how he got me through, Yeah.
Well, we appreciate it. I see we've got some folks lined up for questions. Let's go for a question over here. Hi.
Hey.
My name is Paul, and I'm from Portland, Oregon. The quick question is, with all that and the Kenan and Kel show and everything, are you and Kenan really good friends still and all that?
Yes, we are still really good friends. I'm on a book tour for my second book called Prank Day, but I was in New York, and we were doing promotions at 30 Rock. Of course, that's where SNL is, filmed. And but he was on his way to LA to go do the Emmys. But we stay in contact all the time. I'm super excited for him. Y'all better watch the Emmys, all right? Support my boy. He's gonna be hosting, so that's super cool.
I love that you guys are still friends.
Yeah, it's about a kid named Chase. He does a bunch of pranks on April Fool's Day, but on April 2nd, all the pranks come true. So he has running refrigerators running through his neighborhood, spiders flying in the air, there's clowns coming out of the toilets. It's really wild, but it's a cool message throughout why everything is happening, so you gotta get the book to find out. I have the book at my booth, and the book is available everywhere books are sold, Barnes & Noble, Target, Amazon, all over. Yeah.
It's I really do love the premise. What made you decide to want to tackle children's fiction?
Yeah, well, I have kids of myself, I have kids, and I love reading books to them. And also, too, I grew up watching, Back to the Future and, My Science Project and all those type of movies, the 80s movies. And I just wanted to do a book and a project that had that same adventure, you don't know what's going to happen at the end type of thing. And so, I came up with this great idea, and it just expanded from there. And, yeah.
We have LeVar Burton up next, and so it's so wonderful to hear him talk about the importance of reading to your kids. It's something I did extensively with my daughter, who you met backstage. You're obviously doing it with your kids, and now you're giving a book so that other people can join in the fun. So I love that. I think that's awesome. Let's go to a question over here.
Hi, Kel.
Hey.
Jameson from Vancouver, Washington.
I love my Vancouver peeps.
What's up?
So
Vancouver.
it was super cool to see you do the rap video before this and kind of dip your toes into that. I know you hosted the Rock the Bells or did some ciphers and things like that there.
Sure did. Hey.
Yeah. So who is your hip hop Mount Rushmore?
Oh, dude, that's hard, man.
What a great way to phrase that question.
Okay, I would say Common, Love Common, Rakim. Who else is 5, right? Rakim, LL Cool J is definitely on there. Let me see. I'm gonna throw a wild one out there just because of movies and stuff like that. I'm gonna put them together, Kid and Play. And then I'm also gonna put Outkast together too as well in there. Yeah, man.
Super solid.
Hey.
Thank you very much for the question. We have a question over here. Hi.
Sure. First of all, I just want to give a shout out to the interpreter. She was getting down to your music. It was pretty awesome.
Oh, hey, did we get that on tape? Where my people's at?
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
You were getting it? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
She's like, I got you.
And then also, I have kind of a two-part question. One, do you still have your invisibility powers? And if we all turn around, will you turn invisible for us?
That's right. You got to turn around. That's when I go invisible. You know what I mean? And I feel it. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my Mystery Man fans. It's a lot of Mystery Man fans out here, man. Everybody's been coming to the booth like, yo, Mystery Man. Yeah. You know, Ben Stiller said he wanted to do it too, so I don't know. We might have to do it. I had to suit up.
You do it. You do it. I have to ask about being on All That and being so young. On the lighter side first, it must have just been a riot to be on that set. I mean, you guys, you're still friends to this day. Obviously, the bonds were deep, and I imagine it was just like, I don't know, herding kittens, right? Every which way. What was it like on the set?
Oh, it was super awesome. Like, we filmed on, the Universal Studios lot. So, and always jokes, like you're talking about some teens that get to see their favorite musical guests perform for them every week. All the different sketches. The writers were amazing with letting us improv, letting kids improv and coming up with our own characters. That's super awesome. So, yeah, definitely a great experience. And like you said, we all still stay in contact, which is pretty crazy. Yeah.
How do you think you would be different if you... And maybe that you wouldn't be, but how might you be different if you weren't a child actor? If who would you be as an adult, do you think?
I don't know. I definitely would be some type of teacher or something. You know what I mean? I think I would be something within that, still like, uplifting the youth in some type of way. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it certainly shines through. Question over here. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm Alex. Like I said before, from Seattle, but currently live across the river in Vancouver, Washington.
I love it.
And like I was talking with you at the table yesterday, I've really enjoyed and been happy on the new revival or continuation or whatever it is on all that on Nickelodeon. You've been on it with Josh and Lori Beth as the loud, noisy librarian, and Kenan for one episode, reprising, the original cast performing with the new Young Kids cast on the show, which ties into my question, which is on the original All That, when the show, you did created your characters like Ed and Coach Cretan, who was always saying, "The life I live is sad." Did the writers mostly create it, or did you get to have any input on create Ed and the characters and the Oprah lady you played and all that?
Yeah, that ties in the answer. Yeah, definitely. Like, they let us improv a lot and help come up with characters. Like Ed, I did that in my audition. So in my audition, I did like a surfer dude. I was like, yeah, dude, wow, yeah, this is really cool. Wow. And so they created, this burger restaurant, and the guy is supposed to be like, kind of airhead, but also smart too on the side. And I was like, well, he needs something, like I need something with the hair or something like that, because I come from theater in Chicago. So you got to become the character all the way down. So I was like, how does he walk? So it would be like, yeah, dude, yeah. And then I was like, I went to the makeup and hair room, and I saw these Milli Vanilli wigs. And I put that on, or, Brandy, I Want to Be Down type wigs. And I put that on, and it just came together, man. So people still love it to this day. And then Coach Cretan is based on one of my coaches in Chicago that was just really mean, Yeah.
Thanks for all the good memories and laughs and being on the new show with Lori and Kenan for an episode, and Josh. And
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
What's a role you would like to tackle?
A role I would like to tackle? I don't know. I just love this journey that I'm on and that God is putting me on, and with this career, you know. And I just take a leap of faith into everything. You know what I mean? So just whatever next. I got a Christmas movie coming out this Christmas. I do. It's called All I Didn't Want for Christmas, which is super, super fun. So I'm super excited about that. And yeah, I just keep it going with being an author and all these different characters. I've done drama. I work with John Sayles and Honey Dripper, who's just an amazing dramatic, director. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep this thing going.
So I have to ask you a little bit about dancing and Dancing with the Stars. And how did that all come about?
Dancing with the Stars. So I got the call for Dancing with the Stars, and I remember I think I was like the last one picked. They were just like, "Oh, we need to give one last celeb," and they called me up and was like, "Do you think you want to do it?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And my wife's like, "You have dance fever. Of course you want to do it. I dance all the time." And so they were like, when I agreed, they were like, "Okay, you got to get on a plane and go to New York, because we got to get on Good Morning America and like tell everybody you're on the show, and then you got to meet Whitney and do all this stuff." So I was like, okay, let's go. And it moved fast, but I enjoyed it so much. I still stay in contact with everybody. I saw Val on the way to fly out here. We were all hanging out and talking. I saw him at the airport, so yeah.
I do love conventions in particular for that experience when you get a chance to bump into all your old friends, when it's kind of hard to get everyone together, right? And the calendar clears and you're like, oh, we're all going to be in Portland, or we're all going to be in Washington, D.C., and you get to run into your friends. We got a question over here. Hi, how are you?
Hi, my name's Chelsea. I'm from Portland. Mystery Men is my favorite movie of all time. First time I saw it is because of you.
Oh, thank you.
So because it has such a huge cast of amazing comedic actors, I'm curious, how much did you guys get to improv, and if you remember, how much made it into the movie?
Probably like 100% of improv was in that movie, because and it was over like 6 months, because there was a lot of CGI in that film, and I just became, they were like my big brothers at that point, and big sisters with Janine Garofalo, and I just had a blast with that film. Like, you're talking about so many great comedians. It was like an all-star cast to be on, and everybody wanted to up each other on the jokes, and so we have so many bloopers and stuff that didn't make it into the film that is like super, super hilarious. They really need to put that out like on a DVD or something.
Absolutely. Thank you.
It'll be its own 2-hour supercut.
Yeah,
right?
it would.
I love it.
It definitely would.
Amber Benson, who was on Charmed, she's here, and she was saying Janine Garofalo is like one of her, she fangirled over her. So I'm hearing you say she's pretty rad.
She is amazing. Yeah, and on set, she's super amazing. Yeah, I had so much fun with her.
I love it when you guys fangirl or boy over people. I think that's cool. I don't know. We don't think about that, but you're like, oh my gosh, like this actor's here. I'm so happy to meet them. We have a question over here. Hi, how are you?
Hello. My name's Elizabeth. I'm from Lacey, Washington. And I just wanted to ask, it sounds like being a child actor was positive for you, and some people it was negative. Do you think Nickelodeon child actors had a different experience than Disney, or was there some setup that made it positive for you?
That's a great question.
Here's the thing. I think everybody's journey is different, but there's a lot that comes at you as a child actor, and a lot of stuff that you have to navigate because you're adulting in the public eye, and you have to have a good sense of self. And there's a lot of learning in between it because it moves very, very, very fast. You know what I mean? So that's the thing where you got to really, us as the older actors, really go back and talk to the kids that are doing it now. You know what I mean? And just let them know. And that's what I did when we produced the All That reboot. I really wanted them to get a sense of self and let them know that, this is not the thing that make you special. And whether you're whoever's telling you that and all the stuff like that, I was like, you were made special when you were born, all right? And this is just a job, okay? And look at it like that, and make sure that the people who are around you, who you're talking to, are all positive people. You stay positive. You enjoy the moment. And that was something that I definitely wanted to talk to them about and tell them. And I also had a meeting with their parents as well, because I flew my parents in and had them talk to the parents as well, because parents go into it green as well too. So I just think that you have to give back, and you have to open up a line of communication with talking to kids. Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you.
A great answer, particularly because, as was alluded to, there's definitely times where it goes off the rails and it doesn't work so well. And it reminds me, and this is the positive side of that for the cast of Stranger Things. So we worked with Noah Schnapp in Washington, D.C., and it was either he or one of his coworkers, I can't remember, but he works like as a lifeguard because they want to keep him normal, and they are so well adjusted, and they're like the poster kids, because they're still kids, for how to do that right. And when it goes wrong, it can unfortunately go very off the rails. So I'm glad that you're working with parents and with the kids there to help them understand what's about to happen.
Exactly.
Very
yeah.
cool. Question over here. Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm Angelina, born and raised Portland native. This is a throwback to one of my favorite parts of the Kenan and Kel show.
Okay.
Do you actually love orange soda?
Well, I do. Ooh.
Thank you.
But drink water because it's really good for you too. A lot of fructose in orange soda and corn syrup. But yeah, I drink a little healthier now. Like I'll have like orange electrolytes now. So that's like my, I do. Ooh. But like.
What were some of your favorite sketches to work on, and how did the ideas come up for those?
Oh man. Well, yeah, you got the Ed idea, and then Coach Creedon, another coach, and then I like the really silly ones that came, without us even really planning. Like it was this one character. I was just supposed to be in the classroom, and all I was supposed to say was Jupiter. Like literally, that was it, right? And some of you all know what I'm talking about. And I was sitting there, and I got this wig. And then the teacher goes, hey, what's your answer? And then I go, Jupiter! And I did that, and this character took on his whole life and became a character named Lump Maroon, to the point where they had the Maroon family, and then it just turned into these big sketches, which is like, wow, that's crazy. Does it make sense? It's super funny. Yeah.
Was it you who was telling me about a golf cart?
Oh, yeah.
What?
That was me.
I can't. Yeah, okay, because this was
me.
like shenanigans on set, right?
Yeah.
What happened? Remind me.
Oh, okay.
It literally came to me while you were telling this story, and I was like, wait, I think I'm supposed to ask about the golf cart.
So she's talking about the time Kenan and I, we took a golf cart at Universal Studios, right? And we took it to the back lot of Universal Studios. Not supposed to do that, right? So,
Strike one.
Strike one. And we're riding around, and we see the tram, like the tour tram going by, and we're like looking at everything that all the tour people see. Like we see the Psycho House, we see Jaws, all that stuff, but we're on the wrong thing, which is a golf cart. And we get to the Jaws part, and it's water like coming around. All of a sudden, we see lights. Security is coming after us now. And security comes, and they're like, yo, hey, you can't be here. But here's the kicker, though. We were dressed as Mavis and Clavis. So I'm like, hey, me and Kenan talking. It's like, yo, stay in character. We're two old men that didn't know what was happening. So we're like, I don't know what's going on here. I took a wrong turn. And we got out of it. Got to stay in character.
So good. It's so good. I'm so glad I remembered that. Hi, question over here.
Hi, I'm Cody from Vancouver.
Hey,
Come
Vancouver
on.
in the
I'm not
building.
claiming this. You guys are representing. I love it.
Love
Gotta love
Vancouver.
it. So my question is like, so a lot of your sketches and movies are like huge part of a lot of our childhoods, and I was curious, do you show your movies and sketches to your kids, and what do they think of them?
Of course, I definitely do. I'm excited that they like them. You know what I mean? They like my movies. They like watching them. It's super awesome. My youngest kids, they got into Good Burger now, so they're all like into Good Burger, and I have to do the voices. Like when I'm reading stories to them, and they're like, "Okay, now do it as Ed." Okay, now do it as your other character. And so now that they know that I do that, it's super, super funny. And then they think everything is funny. Because it's like, no, Dad, you're not being serious. You're doing a sketch. I'm like, no, but you need to go to your room. What are you doing? But yeah, we have fun, man. They love it.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Question over here. Hi.
I'm James from Tualatin, and I was wondering, what type of pranks did your parents pull on you when you were growing up?
Pranks that they've put on me? Well, my parents didn't do pranks on me, but we did a lot of pranks on them. You know what I mean? With like hiding and stuff
Tell me
like
more.
that. Oh yeah. So I did a prank to my great grandmother, right? Where I'm like a hide and seek like guru. I love the hide and seek. And she had this big, huge table, and I hid under the table, and it had a big tablecloth and chairs that were huge. So I hid under there, and she couldn't find me for like hours. And she's looking, and she's like, Kel, and she's looking for me. So she calls the fire department and the police. And now I'm like, oh, I gotta stay under here. Like, and then she called my dad, and he comes from work. And then like everybody's there now at her house, and they're in the inside trying to figure out like how are we gonna find this kid, right?
And you're like, I'm never coming out.
And I'm under there, I'm never coming out.
This is my life now.
But me, knowing me, I'm like, I gotta go with the whole joke. This is the thing. I gotta come out and say surprise and see what happens. So I popped out, surprise! And I startled everybody. I definitely got into a lot of trouble, but yeah, that was one of my top pranks right there.
That's a great question. I'm so glad you asked that. Oh my word. My daughter watched a lot of Clifford the Big Red Dog. I want to talk about your time on that. What was that like?
Oh, love Clifford the Big Red Dog. A lot of people ask me all the time, like, who was one of my favorite comedians? And they're always shocked that I say John Ritter. But I love John Ritter. Like, his physical comedy was so amazing. And I had this little TV when I was younger, like in middle school, and I used to watch Three's Company. And it was a scene where he played his cousin in himself behind the couch and was fooling everybody. And I love the physical comedy in that, so I always wanted to meet John Ritter. And John Ritter, of course, played Clifford in Clifford the Big Red Dog. And so that was huge for me to work with him for so many years and hang out with him. And I love being Clifford. And I love playing T-Bone on Clifford the Big Red Dog. And I love doing it for kids because they love it, because I'm like, be the best dog on your block. And they're like, whoa, it's T-Bone, but a black man. I don't know what's happening. What is it? You sound like T-Bone. I love it. I love it.
Do you ever have to leave people voicemails in a voice of a character? They're like, man, just call my brother right now and just be, I don't know, Ed, or just be whoever.
Oh, I did this really cool prank where I was on a podcast, and we called GameStop. And we called GameStop, and we asked them if they had the Good Burger video game. And they're like, what? There's what Good Burger video game? And they're like, yeah, this guy, he's really upset. We're gonna put him on the phone. And I came on his head. And I'm like, how dare you not have it, dude? What's going on? Again, and the ladies just immediately started laughing. And she's like, you made my day, because people call here all the time pranking us, but this is the best one. So yeah, yeah.
We have a lot of folks who came down from Seattle for this show, and there was a guy who was on King 5, which is one of the television stations up there. His name was John Curley. He was there for years.
Yeah.
He would do the best drunk Tom Brokaw, and he would leave me these like 3-minute long voicemails, and he ended up, unfortunately, someone believed it, and this was before you kind of had the skepticism that we have these days, and it ended up making like national news, because they're like, Tom Brokaw leaves drunk voicemails, and it wasn't on my phone, it was something else, and it was like, no, guys, it's just John Curley screwing around. So, surprise, he popped out from under the table, was like, Tom Brokaw's not drunk. So anyway, just taking me back. Did you keep anything from any of the sets? Do you have like an office kind of collection of stuff, or?
I have stuff, but my parents have like everything. Like, they have stuff that they pull out. I'm like, you got that? You still got that? From like the rap parties and stuff like that. And every time we have like a Nickelodeon event or a Viacom or Paramount event, because I still work for like MTV and stuff, they'll come with like, you know, like jackets from like '94 and stuff like that. And people are like, where'd you get that? So yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
So you still work for MTV?
Yeah.
In what capacity? Tell me more.
Yeah, I have a television show called Deliciousness. If you all watched Ridiculousness, this is the spinoff of Ridiculousness. It's called Deliciousness, and all we do is sit on the couch. It's me, Tiffany Thiessen, Tim Chattaranksu from Wild 'N Out, Angela Kinsey from The Office.
So cool.
And we sit on the couch and laugh at people doing food fails. And it's like the best job ever. It's like we sit there and laugh at them, yeah. But we're in our 3rd season of that, and it's just like, we love it. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. So cool, so cool. So do you think for you, when you're not working, given that you're still so active, so you've got that show, you've got your book tour, you've got a movie coming out, you're just doing all of these things, what do you do when you're not working? Are you what are your hobbies outside of work?
Well, I love to work out, so I do a lot of that. I love hanging with my wife, so we do like a lot of date nights and cooking and all that stuff like that. Yeah, so we love doing that. We love cooking. And what else? Yeah, and hanging with the kids. I love doing that. Then I'm also a youth pastor as well, so I do that as well too. So yeah.
And you became one in 2019, right?
I did, yeah. Always working within the church, but everybody found out about it in 2019, and I became a licensed pastor in 2019 as well.
That's very cool. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I love how positive and excited you are about that journey. So this is a thing that you're super good at. Are you willing to do a dance battle for us?
Let's do a dance battle.
Okay, so walk me through with this dance battle, what we're gonna do here. How's this gonna go?
We're just gonna bring some people up who wanna dance. You guys can dance? Who can dance? Come on. Come on.
Oh yeah, come on up. Come on.
Come on up. Don't be afraid.
All right, it's dance battle time for the back of the
It's
house.
time. We're gonna play the song a little bit.
Here,
Y'all come
right
and dance
around
with
here.
me.
There
Come
you
on
go.
up here.
Yeah, come on up, you two.
Who wants to dance? Who want to dance? Who wanna
Hi,
dance?
how are you?
Come on up. Come on. Don't be afraid. Can you dance? All right. Well, she's gonna kill it with me up here. Let's
She's
do it.
ready.
She is ready. Oh yeah. Oh, come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Oh, you too.
Hey,
Come
what's
on.
your name?
My name's Amelia.
Amelia.
Shout out to Amelia.
How you doing? Yes, big shout out, everyone.
Ow.
You have the absolute coolest earrings I have ever seen. Tell me about your earrings.
Look at those.
Well, I call them the meme kitties because they look like that. They could have been from a meme, kind of.
I think that's awesome. Okay, Amelia, you're gonna go right up there. Hi, how are you? What is your name?
My name's Eliza.
Hi, Eliza. I'm so glad that you're here. Hi, are you with Eliza? No, what's your name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, thank you for being up here. I love this. All right, hey, kiddos, come on right up here. It's all you. Okay, so, Kel, what happens next?
Let's play the music. Let's go. DJ, that was awesome. Make some noise for her.
Woo!
Give me 5. Give me 5. Give me 5. Oh.
I love it.
Thank you. That was awesome.
So you reached over and you said to me,
They're awesome.
awesome. They're awesome.
Give it up for them.
Woo! Everyone, a big round of applause for Kel Mitchell. Woo!
Love y'all.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Kel. Oh, so cute. You know what? Can I get a picture with you two kids and Kel? So hang on.
Please, let's do it. That'd be awesome.
You guys stand together. I'll make sure you get because of the lights. Yay. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. All right. Social parents, and I'll get that to you.
Oh.
Thank you, thank you. All right, Kel, you're going to come off stage this week. Thank you, kiddos. You can head down the stairs. Thank you. Don't forget your backpack.